Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahmam, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Akanta Mantalakaram, Yaptam Yena Characharam, Tatpadam Tachidam Yena, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Tadashi Vashamarambam, Sangrachari Madhyama, Asmadachari Padyandam, Ande Guru Paramparam. Good morning. Maybe we try to recite the verses that we learned. I sing the first line, then you can try to follow it if you want to. Bhajagovindam, Bhajagovindam,
Bhajagovindam, Bhajagovindam,
Govindam Bhajamudamate,
Govindam Bhajamudamate,
Samprapte Sannihite Kale,
Samprapte Sannihite Kale,
Nahi Nahi Rachadi Dukrunkarane,
Nahi Nahi Rachadi Dukham Karane,
Moda Jahi Hidanagama Trishnam,
Mudajahi Hidanagama Trishnam,
Guru Sat Buddhim Manasi Vitrishnam,
Guru Sadbuddhim Manasi Vitrishnam,
Yallabhase Nija Karmo Bhatam,
Yallabhase Nidharmopatam,
Vittam Tena Vinodaya Chittam,
Vittam Tena Vinodaya Chittam,
Kamam Krodam Lopam Mogam,
Kamam Krodham Lobham Moham,
Tyaktvatmanam Pashyadi Soham,
Yatvatmanam Pashyati Soham,
Atmajnana Vihina Mudaha,
Atmajnana Vihina
Te Pachyante Naratani Kudaha,
Te Pachyante Narakani Gudha,
Arthamanartham Bhavaya Nityam,
Arthamanartham Bhavaya Nityam,
Nastik Tadasukaleshaha Satyam,
Naste Tadasukalesha Satyam,
Putradabhidhana Bhajam Bhidihi,
Putrabhidhanabhajam Vitihi,
Sarvatraisha Vikitaritihi,
Sarvatraisha Vihitaritihi,
Nari Sthana Bharana Bhidesham,
Nari Tanabharnabhidesham,
Drishva Maga Moha Vesham,
Drishtvamagamohavesham,
Edan Mam Sabasati Vikaram,
Edanmam Sabasavikaram,
Manasi Vichintya Varam Varam,
Manasi Vichintya Varam Varam,
Sukadaka Kriyade Rama Bhogaha,
Sukhatah kriyate Rama bhogaha,
Paschadhanta Sarire Rogaha,
Paschadhanta rogaha,
Yadyabiloke Maranam Sharanam,
Yadyaviloke maranam sharanam,
Kadhabina Muncheti Papa Charanam,
Tadabhinamunchati papacharanam,
Dhinayaminyau sayam pradaha
Dinayayam
Sayam Prataha
Sishirit Sishiravasantau Punarayadaha
Shishirabhasantau Punarayataha
Kala Kridadi Gacchatyayuhu
Kala Kridati Gacchayayuhu
Dadapina Munjat Yashavayuhu
Tadapina Munchatya Shavayuhu
Angam Galitam Palitam Mundam
Angam Galitam
Palitam
Palitam
Mundam
Mundam
Dashana Vihinam Jadam Tundam
Dasaravihinam Jatam
Jatam
Tundam
Buddhoyadi Grihitva Dandam
Riddho
Riddhoyadi
Yadi
Gritva Dandam
Dandam
Tadabina Munjat Yasha Pindam
Tadapida
Tadapidamunjatya
Munchatya
Sapindam
Pindam
Bhajagovindam Bhajagovindam
Bhajagovindam
Bhajagovindam
Bhajagovindam
Govindam Bhajamutamate
Govindam
Bhajamudhamate
Bhajamudhamate.
That's not bad, isn't it? Okay. No, I just thought maybe we should recite at least once. So what you are seeing in the Grantham, which is called Mohamudgaram, to hammer the delusion. We keep it repeatedly saying this particular phrase, Narajanmam Durlabham. Jandunam Narajanmam Durlabham. It's very rare to get the human being's life. Because every being other than human beings is triggered by their intrinsic senses. They're hungry, they eat, they sleep. When they want to mate, they mate. Everything is automatically programmed for them because they don't have the chitta vritti that we have. So therefore, the human being has got a same instincts that like all animals. We have all those feelings, all those natural instincts, but a capacity to control. Therefore, ma moga avesham. Let you not get into the uncontrollable way. One of the important lesson of Vedas and Dharmakanta is, in life, you should be adi sarvatra varjayet. Varjayet means give up. In everything, you have control. Not to any extreme. Life, if it is balanced life, you get better in life. Why they say that? Because when you are not balanced, what it is, you oscillate, you vacillate. Uncontrollable vacillation. All uncontrollable vacillation, if you know the simple physics, GCSE physics, the pendulum just when it rotates randomly, but it will find a rhythm. However you put it, it will vacillate up and down without any rhythm. The harmonic function will come, then it will be harmoniously go up and down. But its motive is not to maintain the movement of up and down. The pendulum's motive is to come to the rest, standing position. And it finds to attain this position of static nature, to accumulate all the kinetic energy, to be stationary, it has to maintain harmonic motion. It is simple. Even a Jada Vastu knows to attain balance, you need to really control your motions. In our case, our emotions. We have to control it such that it becomes balanced. So nobody achieves the tranquility, samadhis just like that, unless you have the Purva Palam. What you have to do, therefore, is your sporadic, unplanned entropy that you have, going around here and there, regulate it. This is called avesham, moga avesham. This moga avesham can come from what is mogam and avesham. You understand? Avesham is uncontrolled indulgence of it. Mogam is delusion. It comes from not knowing the true self. That's what he started. That means knowing everything else other than the self. Dukkrum karane. All the knowledge we pursue, we spend time. He doesn't say don't do it. Control it. Then wealth, proceeds, money, resources, security. You need this arthakama to the level that you need to maintain your life. Nijakarmartha. Same way, then he comes to more closure, the physical body, because now he's getting into the core of this text. The physical pleasure, sensual pleasures, even though it is legitimate in a family life, you have to really control it. And he took extreme of taking the body. If you want to control it, look at it as, just bone and flesh, and it's going to hammer like this. Then he said, this is happening because day and night, like winter and summer and spring comes and goes, life goes. And the desires don't go. The desires do not go away, because desires is the one that causes the motion, the vacillation. You are not able to control your balance. See, that's why you enjoy. Whatever you want to enjoy in life, go and get it. Enjoy it. But you will find the truth behind the enjoyment. Fleeting enjoyment. Everything just goes away. But if I say, okay, it goes away, again I'll go and get it, then you are in a samsara. At some stage, you must see if it is going away, and even the same object, if I'm a drinker, I drink, and at some stage I vomit, and it's nothing about it. If I like sweet, I eat sweet. At some time, it is disgusting. The same thing is disgusting. Now, you don't need that anymore. Therefore, you know that the disgusting object which was giving you joy is not actually giving you joy. Therefore, the joy is not in the object itself. It is in mind. So you can see, therefore, if you peel off the senses, if you peel off these physical pleasures of my tongue and mouth and the saliva and everything that eats the sweet, that's sensory. If you remove that one, the joy is not in the object. Vishayananda is not important. What's happening is when I achieve this, there is one insight here. See, we think that happiness comes from acquiring desired object. It is not there, right? When you have the object in hand, no. When you consume it, when you apply this, when you enjoy it, you have the joy. That means when you enjoy it, the desire is completed, right? What it is telling you? It's telling you when the desire is setting, when the desire is completing, you get happiness. That means the absence of desire actually giving you happiness. We have artificially created a desire. We go after the desire, and we think desire gives you desired object and it gives you happiness. Desire is created dukkham, anxiety. When the desire ends, your natural thing comes in, sweetness comes in. So if you look at it that way, you would not seek pleasure and happiness in the worldly object, but you do internally. Again, always remember in the mind, this is not, as a grahastha, as young people that are listening to this and a lot of things to achieve in life, it's not asking you to get out of everything else, but take control. Ishvaraha. Isha means to control it. Take control of it. So we saw up to this. We see what is next. Nalini dalatata jalamati taralam tatpak jeevitam adishaya chapalam vitti vyadhyabhimana grastam lokam shokakadam cha samastam. Bhagavan Shankara's advice to us is to destroy this delusion. You have to use your vivekam, your discriminating intellect. And then vicharam with that. When you do vicharam, you get vairagyam. Vairagyam is very focused attention to the objective, discarding everything else as secondary, useless impediments, and move away. So here he talks about, okay, you did everything, you earn money, you enjoy life, but what you are not noticing, the fleeting life. Nalini Dalagada Jalamati Tharalam. So if you take the poetry and convert to a sentence, it is basically we add a bhavati. So Nalini Dalam means the lotus leaf. If you see the lotus leaf, it's a very like a big plate, a green, beautiful green on two different shades of green will be there. The top of the leaf is got a fantastic chemical component there. It does not take water. It doesn't get wet. It is on the wet. Pangajam is on the mud and the water, all the time in the water, unattached. Why is it unattached? Because on the bottom of this, you have this mud, and that it rises, the lotus rises. That's why lotus is considered as a very divine flower. You are in the mud, you are indwelling the mud of thoughts, but you rise above it and flourish. Anyway, here this Nalina Dalam on this lotus leaf, if you have jalam, if you have water on it, Adi Taralam. Taralam means moving. Adi Taralam means unstable. The Jalagatam. So if the water goes into this lotus leaf, it is just oscillating, going here and there. It's unstable. Tattvat. The second one, Tattvat. Exactly like that. Jeevitam, our life, is Atisaya Chapalam. Atisaya. It's very wonderfully, miraculously awesome, inexplicable. This our life is like that. It's Vichitram. Like what? Like the water in the lotus leaf. What does the lotus leaf do? It doesn't stick to anything. It doesn't know where it's going to go. He's talking about the fleeting time. See, time is something which, time is a great subject. We have no time to talk about it right now. But if you really look at it, what we all want to pass time, right? Why do we come to this class? Okay, some of us may come to learn. Some of us want to pass the time on Sunday morning. What do you do in the afternoon? Go for a walk. Why are you going for a walk? I want to pass time. So we deliberately take actions to pass time. Yes or no? We do. But the vichitram there is, if I really ask you, do you really want to pass the time? No, you want to keep time from passing. You want to live long. See, vichitram, isn't it? On one hand, we want to pass time. On the other hand, we want to hold on to the time because we know the time is take away the life. What Vedanta has given many years ago, science is now coming to realize. I mean, even the Maharishi in science, Albert Einstein, said the past, the present, and the future are all illusion, even if stubborn ones, he says. It's in his quote. And he came to that conclusion after great research. And for him, it proved that simultaneity is a relative thing. That means, what it means is that there are two events happening, and we, from same point of reference, we say it happened at the same time or something, because we have a reference point. But somebody who is far away from this place, in the time domain, in the different light years, they will see in a different time. This happens first and this happens second. depending on in which direction he is traveling. So what occurs to us happening at the same time may not have occurred same time for somebody else. It may occur before or after. So if you take Mars is from 20 light years, 20 light minutes from us. So if you communicate to them, there is a time difference, you communicate them. But if somebody is an astronaut flying in light speed in this atmosphere, he will see this communication happening at a different time zone. So what it means is, what is happening at the same time for somebody may happen in the future, for someone can happen in the past. So the past is fixed, future is fixed. Present is nothing but either a past or a future, depending on your position. The present is fixed. Then the science started thinking, so if time is not moving, there's a timescape, like a landscape. The timescape, your consciousness can look at any point of position. Therefore, you can look at the past, you can look at the present, you can look at the future. Okay, I'm digressing now. But what I'm saying is, the time fleets, means the life fleets. In our ordinary mind, for us, time is everything. If somebody says, his time is gone, right? So we take time as a passage. Normally the poetry says time is an arrow. Time is going somewhere. Science is telling time is not going anywhere. Time is not there at all. There is no time. But you need a time as a reference, because our point of reference is sequenced by a vector called time, and the vector always goes to the future. Now, what does it mean for my ordinary life? That means I must take my life is like the jalam on the lotus leaf. Therefore, Vidyadyadevi Manaprastham. So, Idi, that way, Viddihi. Viddihi means know for sure. You understand it. This Vyadi Abhimana Grastham. This Grastham means you got seized of this disease, this ego of illusion. Then Lokam Shoka Khatamche Samastam. The entire Samasta Lokam, all this entire world is afflicted by this unhappiness and the grief, because they are the fleeting life. So what do you have to do? You have to wake up. So that's what. So he is basically asking us to inquire about the whole impermanence of the life. This is not real. So wake up. Yavat vitto bhajana shaktah tavan nija parivaro raktah pascha jivadi jara dege vardam kopina prichadi kehe. Okay. So here also, I think he is now taking a little bit higher. Okay, you say that, okay, I understand my life is fleeting. So I can't do anything about it. So I have to live my life. So I live within my family, my loving kith and kin. Yes, you do it. But don't get deluded into that, because the love that you see it's not unconditional. Yavat, as long as with the uparjana. Uparjana means earning. So with the uparjana. So if you are, as long as you are earning wealth, saktaha means having the shakti, having the ability to do. You have an ability to do as long as you make money. Basically, as you are earning member, no retire, you don't retire, or after retire, you still have a pension to come. So your money is coming to you. Until the time, till then, Parivaraha, all the one family members. Raktaha. Raktaha means attached. What happened after that? Paschat, what happened? What happened? Paschat, the jivati, this living person, living without the earning, with what kind of body? Jara jara dehi. This person has retired now, he has no earning, his body is jara jara, just trembling, decaying. So he's still in jivati, he's still living. There's no earning attached to his name. Then what happened? Koapi. Who is? Or even not even one. Vartam koapi prachadi gehe. Gehe. Gehe means at the home. Prachadi, ask, inquires. In the home, koapi. Who? Or at least no one. Vartam inquires about this person. So when the person is basically what he's saying is, when you are earning and you're a provider of things to the family, everybody likes you. When the process is not coming anymore, and you are not even adding any value to the family in terms of any physical health because your body is weak, people have to attend to you. Basically, is pointing out to the old decaying age when the children and the siblings and the relatives are seeing you as a burden. Nobody inquires about you. Did you eat or are you feeling well? Well, see, this is Mudgaram, so it is hitting you hard. So you may think that, oh, no, in my family it is fine. Then God bless. But he says, the true love is unconditional love. We saw in the last class, where Taittiriya Upanishad talks about Navare Patyu Kamaya Padi Priyo Bhavati Atmastu Kamaya Padi Priyo Bhavati. Like that. Husband is liked because I like my husband because all the beauty, provision, everything, but heart of heart is my husband, mine, I. Same way, my putra and my wife. So the mamakaram decays when the use is gone. It's a very rude awakening it is. So please don't, after this class, go back and tell your wife or husband or children that you don't like me, you don't need a conditional love. That's not, it's an act. Everybody knows it. You still have to give the act of loving, but the way to do that is, because the love is natural for the Atma, if I see the other person as my Atma, then the love is pure. Then you don't expect. So the unconditional love is that which does not expect anything. It doesn't put any conditions. It is not that somebody is doing what I asked them to do. That priyam is not love. The priyam is sukhena. Some sukham is there, therefore you have priyam. Hitam is important. So again, what he's saying is that, yes, you can say, I had a lovely family and I'm living a comfortable life. So I pray that you have it for as long as it's possible. But even then, you rise like a lotus flower that this is Atma, that I need to be with myself. Yavat bhavano nibasadi dehe davat prichadi kushalam kehe gatavati vayo deha paye bharya bipyadi tasmin kaye. He goes to the extreme, but it is important to get this kind of blow in our head, When you have this vessel which is rust on it, to purify it, you take a hammer and hit on this body, and then all this rust will just fall off. So he's hitting us now. So don't get upset. So yavat, so long as, yavat means until then. Pavanaha. Pavano nivasati dehe. Dehe means in this body. with the body having nivasati, dwelling, living. What is dwelling in the body? Pavana. Pavana means vayu, prana. As long as in the body, the air is living. Tavat. Tavat means until then. Yavat, tavat. It's also this phrase. Until then, prachadi kushalam. Kushalam prachadi who? Gehe. Gehe means in the house, household members, or whoever comes to the house. Kushalam prachadi. Kushalam. Kushalava. How are you? Are you fine? How are you? Either out of love or courtesy or etiquette. They ask to who? To that person in whose body the prana is dwelling. Naturally, Gatavati, Vayu. Gatavati means while it is gone. The Vayu, while departing. Vayu means here is departing. When the prana is departing the body, or when it becomes dead, Deha paye. The body departs. So basically somebody is dead. So we normally say death as he has forgot to breathe. The prana has gone. What happened then? Bharya, you can say Bharya, Pati, you can say anything. Here it takes a Bharya. Bharya means wife. He says wife because he is talking to a man, as a Shah. And we can say that it's a married person, the most beloved person, dear person is a wife. So he takes the extreme case. Bharya, tasmin kaye. On that body, kaya means on that body, bipyati. So she is afraid of this body. We see this very, you don't need a interest on them, you know, that we see in every death, you know. So we say, oh, my grandfather or someone died. Oh, the next question is, when is the body coming? And nobody says, when is so-and-so coming home? What happened to all this addressing the person with respect? Okay, you have respect to the body, but the person to the body. And somebody cries, you know, I remember crying for my mother when she passed away. But had somebody asked me that time, Raja, you were crying so much for your mother, can I give your mother's body here, keep it there? What would I say? Maybe for 1 hour, 2 hours, 1 day, then I'd say, please take it away. See? So that means, did I not love that body? Yes, I did. But I loved beyond that body. I know that the body is not her. Only that time that true jnanam comes to us. All of us will have that jnanam. That's the reason why there's absolutely nothing wrong saying, when is a body coming? It's not disrespect. That is a truth. That's a fact. But if we know, we say that because it is truth, then we are getting into the right knowledge. Because the person I see as so-and-so is in the embodiment of this casket of this physical body, but that person is the Jivatma. We saw in Tattvabodha, right? The Sukshma Sarira. So even the wife is afraid of this husband. Therefore, where is the love to this body? Therefore, why should I worry about the body decaying, ailment? I heard, oh my God, I got a blood pressure. So you got a panic, you get more. Yes, blood pressure come, cure it. Try to cure it. Have medicine. You know, like when a shirt is dirty, what do? You don't really, life is not ended. You wash it. Try to clean it up. As much as possible, you use it. You still use it. Some stage comes in the shirt is not usable. Throw it. But before throwing it away, you'll say, which shirt I should buy? Wrangler, Arrow, Panini, designer wear, large size. You think, you plan, you save money, procure it, buy it. Same way, this body will be soiled, decaying. We all do our best to make it clean. But we don't lose our sleep on it, because it will go one day. But before it goes, I want to really prepare what is the next body. If at all I want another body to wear, what kind of body I need? And that is where our life should be. So all our pursuits in life, this is what we need to do, is enjoy all this, but prepare for like train journey. Train comes in. We had all the friends in the train. I always like train journey then. And most of us, I think, play journey, because in train journey you can walk around, you can talk to people, create new friends, interesting characters, even affinity bonds. In a long journey, you will see even bond. People share food and jokes and everything. And then suddenly you will see the man in front of the seat getting up, combing his hair, zipping up this luggage and everything. And you ask the question, what's happening? Oh, next station, I'm getting off. He's gone. Prepared, gone. He's take his tickets, what to do next. Life is like this. So it has to go. It has to go. So this is what I think he's trying to create in us. No disrespect to the family love and affection, but he says, yes, chalta hai. Let's take place next step. That's what he's saying. So next one. Balastavat krida shattaha tarunastavat taruni sattaha mrittastavat chindamagnaha parame brahmani gopina lagnaha. I saw him, only this morning I heard somebody singing this one, as even the third, fourth line will be Vriddhastavas chinda shaktaga parame brahmani gopina shaktaga. But this is also beautiful meaning. I'll explain what it is. So now, knowing that life is fleeting, everything is changing. Therefore, we have a compulsion to enjoy the short span of time in this world, to enjoy without moga or avesham, balance, and also prepare the next shirt to buy or the next station to get off. Prepare the good things. The buying card for the next deha is your chittam. So all prepare. So therefore you do the dharmartha kama karyas in a righteous way, virtuous way. But important point is, this will only give you another shirt, another body, another station, another company. Yes, you can be a nomadic life. You can just keep on going around. That is samsara. Because I don't know what shirt I'm going to get. I can have the credit card, and when I lose my body, my sukshma sariram is completely naked. It only carries its emotions and vasanas. It cannot enjoy anything. It feels hunger and thirst. By my lineage is not giving me shraddhas and tapasas. I am getting hunger and thirst. I am starving. So my papam. But I want to have a body now. So I go around and knock each door of Pitralokas, Yamalokas and all that. And some merciful Devata says, okay, suffering is enough for you. Go and take this janma. You will be a donkey in this city. Then I go to donkey, and then I enjoy donkey's life. I don't want to die as a donkey, because donkey's body is very important. Because I forgot now. So this is gone. So therefore, Bhagavan says this in the song. Hey, you understand, right? You do good things, right? Dharma karyams, right? But I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about something beyond that. Who you really are. Do you really need this bodily life? You are the Atma. Is it? Nobody told me about it. I haven't gone to it. No, my schools did not teach. My parents did not teach. My all education did not do. By the way, this looks like a very difficult subject. When do I have time? This question comes to us at a very late in life. So here Bhagavan therefore says, the fleeting life is also granted to you in a very small way. Sometimes they say 120 years for mankind, or 100 years. I don't know what is this number. Let's take a number. So that is the kind of maximum life a human body can survive. Bhagavan is pointing out that time span also taken away. How? Bala tavat. So you can take, so yavat balagasti tavat krida shakta bhavati. You take it like this. Basically what it means is you are, as a young boy, your life is, fleeting life is spent on krida shakta. So krida means play, frolicsome, playing games and all that. Shakta, attached. So you are attached to games and playing and everything. Young life, nothing you know. So your life is gone. Some years ago, people normally say, I think it's Bhatrahari who says 50% of your life is gone in sleeping, or the remaining 50%, other 50% of that is gone in your old age and the young age, because in both young age you don't understand life, the old age you are useless in life, you can't really physically do anything. The remaining 25%, again 50% is gone because you're going to really look after the family, wife, money, all this. So therefore you have very limited time. So same thing is here. He's saying, as a bala, as a young boy, you are playing and then you are spending your time. Tarunaha means a young man, as a lad. Taruni means a young woman. So Shaktaka, attached. So a young man looks for the young woman attached to the young man. So love and the physical relationship, that kind of a mode you are in, and then some span of your time goes away. Vruddhakstavat chinta magna. Vriddaha, old men. Tavaha, till men. Till then what they do? Chinta, they in their mind, what they do? Amagnaha. Chinta amagna. Amagna means fully engrossed in the same thing. Worries. Chinta is worries. In the worries, naturally what worries? Death, of course. As you grow older, you may say, what do I do with this money, the house? Who should I give to? Should I give everything else or should I keep it something? How foolish sometimes we think, I don't want to give it everything to money. I want to keep it myself. The money is needed to help you when you are not able to help yourself. And if you keep it to yourself, who is going to keep you and your money? So attachment doesn't go away from us. I always wonder, how some of those viraktas go they give up and say, even nomadic travelers, they travel without booking a hotel. Go for it. Sometimes you all should do a holiday. I sometimes do. You take a trip, don't plan anything. Just it's a self-searching tool. Don't carry your money. Just go. Or maybe minimum. Maybe I don't know, told you not. I heard a very good story told by Mahatma before. This man is always gives money. He is God-fearing man and he doesn't carry any money more than what is needed to it. The thing, and he's traveling. He got the tickets and he got something, 10 rupees or something in his hand. And there's another man also in the same carriage. And some poor man asked for money, and this man gives the 10 rupees what he had. So he has no money now. The other guy is saying, you give away all the money and you have to be careful and you have to keep your money with you for your things. So for whatever reason, the train stopped in a station. It's not moving anywhere. You need to go out. And so they were stranded in the station. And these two guys are talking to each other. And the God-fearing man says, look, I don't care. God will take care of me. I said, God won't take care of you. God has given you hands and legs. You have to work hard. You have to keep your money and plan your money. I planned everything. I had a plan A, plan B, plan C. Now I know the train stopped. I know how to go. Now I can find a taxi and go. And then he's waiting there, waiting for a taxi. And they were just conversing it. And he's asking, where are you going? So I'm going to a particular place. The taxi comes in. And then the rich man or affluent man says, look, I'm going that way. Anyway, don't worry. Come with me in the taxi. I'll drop you. Okay, you learned a lesson. Next time, don't just keep giving money to everybody else. You have to keep yourself. And they were traveling. And when you get down this place, and then the other man, God-fearing man, gets down and tell him, thank you so much. I proved my point. I didn't have money, but God sent you to take me here. So if I have a complete Shraddha in God, my ways will open. I will do. So you see, this is the example to say that you don't need to process everything into yourself. Think about the Atma. But what Bhagavan says here, in your young age, you're playing, on the youth, you are looking after your physical attraction, wife, family, house. At the old age, you get worried about death. When are you? Who? Ko api. Kaha api. Who? Parame Brahmani Lagnaha. Lagnaha means engrossed. So Kaha api Lagnaha Parame Brahmani. Who is looking, who is thinking about, who is engrossed in the Brahma Tattva, in the Atma Tattva? Nah, nobody. So he's basically lamenting that, look, I'm telling you all this, life is going away like this, but nobody is involved thinking about who I am really are. So we maybe take this one more and then we can. Kade kanta kaste putraha samsaro yamadiva vichitraha kasyatvam va guda ayadaha tatvam chintayata tadiha bradaha. Okay. Tadiha bradaha means, oh brother. So you can say, hey brother. So now you get compassionate. Bhagavan is going to slowly start giving us instructions. So he's going to say how to recover from this, what we have to do. Simple stuff he's going to do. So he says, hey brother, hey brother, kade kanta kaste putra. So te kanta ka. You take like te kanta ka. Te means yours. Your kanta, your wife. Ka. Who is your wife? Of course, if it's a wife, say, who is your husband? Ask the question, who is your husband? Kaste putra. Tava putra ka. Take it, Tava putra ka. Who is your putra? Who is your son? Who is your children? What kind of question is this? Uma is my wife. These are my children, I can say. Think, fleeting life. You had this body. This Kanta, who I have as my wife, I do not know before I married her. Somebody, some stranger. I got attracted, she got attracted, we got married. And she's going to be afraid of my body. So I'm going to get a new body. I'm going to get a new wife, or a new husband, or a new partner, depending on my body. So who is this? I have putra, children. Who are these children? I don't know them. It's not that I had a relationship with my wife and the children came out, God's grace. I have nothing to do their embodiments. I don't know their thing. They may have inherited some nose of my grandfather or whatever, but they are different personalities. And it's so much so when they behave. Who are they? That means I am a putra of somebody else. How did they come? Samsaro yama diva vichitra. So therefore, this samsara, this I am samsaraha ativa vichitraha. This samsara, therefore, this kind of being a born and then being a husband or wife to somebody else, this cycle is ativa vichitraha. Very, very, surprising, awesome, wonderful, inexplicable. Now you ask the next question. Kasya tvam kuda ayada. Tvam kasya asti. From where you come? Tom kaha? Tom kutaha? Who are you? Where you come from? Where are you going? Because you see, I am so-and-so's father and son of so-and-so. Because I say this because an event happened. I came out of them. People say that, no? Who came first? A child or a father or a mother? Child comes first. Because the child doesn't come, mother doesn't happen. The child gives birth to the mother. Because the mother cannot happen and the child is actually existing. So it is a vicious cycle, isn't it? So you think about it, who am I? So basically, he's driving you to ask this most important question. Who am I? Akavichara. Atma Vidya. That is Atma Vidya. That is the main gate where the key was given by Bhagavan Ramana straight away. This is the question you must start from your life. Shankara being compassionate, giving you all kinds of stories and come to you and say, look, ask yourself who I am. Tattvam chintaya tatika. So tattvam iha tvam chintaya. Mistake less. So you have to think such a philosophy, such a truth, such an inquiry. What an inquiry? Who is my wife? Who is my children? Who is my father? Who is my mother? Who is my friend? Who is my enemy? Who I am? Where I come from? Where I'm going to go? So this is the Atma Vichar. So in summary, what we have seen today is life is fleeting. Delusions come from many sources, but the knowledge that we take from the Laukika knowledge, from the wealth and the possession we go after, the Trishnam, the Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moga, Madam Acharyas come intervene. Depending on my role of life, I need to take all those things, but I do it by balanced way without Moga Avesham. But to maintain the Moga Avesham, I must have the strong faith that that's the right path I'm taking. Therefore, I must ask questions. I question from the life itself. I look at the water on the lotus leaf. Like that, Shapalam is my life. Therefore, life is very precious. The time is very precious. My life has been spent in frolicsome games and love affairs, family affairs, money making. I haven't thought about myself. Therefore, I should think about myself. To think about myself, I look at mind first. Mamakaram must go before Ahamkaram can go. The Mamakaram is quite easily you can discard my house, my property, but difficult is my wife, my children, my parents. Therefore, you ask the question. Then you understand this body, this Jivitam takes many lives, many wives, many husbands, many fathers, many things, like a main train journey. Therefore, while I enjoy this life with my family, I must prepare myself for my next life or the complete liberation. For that, I must take the Tattvam. The Tattvam is Atma Tattvam. Who am I? That I need to ask. This is how Bhagavan says as a brother. Om Asatoma Sadgamaya.
Om Asatoma Sadgamaya.
Tamashoma Jyotirgamaya.
Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya.
Mrityoma Amridam Gamaya.
Mrityoma Amridam Gamaya.
Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Om Shanti Shanti.
Hari Om Tat Sat.
Hari Om Tat Sat.
Thank you, Raja.
Thank you.